Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel, and we have two OP replays for you. Holding your nerves. Yes, you've got to hold your nerves. I mean, a lot of people, including myself, have been in them battles where you're performing really well, and you kind of get the shakes. You know, your heart rate goes up, and then that is when you make mistakes. Sometimes when you're in that situation, especially when you know it can be a win, and that's normally the time where your nerves get the better of you because you start making mistakes. But that normally comes if it's like in a 1 versus 7 and you've got no chance of winning, literally 0% chance of winning. You usually don't get them nerves, you don't get the shakes, or your heart rate don't increase. When you're in a situation where you know in yourself you can win this game, you know you've got it in you to win this battle for your team, to carry the team to victory, that is when you actually start making these mistakes. But we're gonna watch two battles for you where these players hold their nerve. They literally perform really well. And to be honest, it probably shouldn't have been a win, but because they held their nerves and went for the right tanks, etc., they pulled off a victory. So first up, considering it's the new update, you know, the new Japanese heavies, we've got the Type 71 and we've got the Type 68. So this guy here in the Type 68, currently it is a 3 versus 5. He's getting a lot of bounces there, but unfortunately he is bouncing the enemy as well, and there's some shots that he has taken that has bounced that could prove to be vital later on. And this is where you need to pay attention, you need to take note, and you have to aim your shots. You have to aim your shots, especially when you are in a situation like this where it's now a 2 versus 3, and you could still win this game. But at the moment, considering it is just a 2 versus 3, all three of these enemy tanks are pretty much full hit points, so it's not looking good for the green team. But he's backing up, he's not going to go into a position where all three tanks can get them shots off. He's going to get into a position where he can get shots off on the enemy, but they can't, only one of them can get their shot off against him. So he's already done 4.1k damage now. Again, he has bounced a few shots that have, and again there, you need to take your time. You need to, in these tanks, the accuracy is not the best, the aim time's not the best. You have to take the time, the extra time in aiming your shots. If this guy would have aimed his shots, he's bounced about 4 shots there that should have actually penned, that he could have easily penned. And now he's in a 1 versus 3 situation. This is where normally the nerves get the better of you, but this is where he's going to start playing properly, start aiming properly, and just not letting the nerves get to him. So a 1 versus 3, I mean, he does get lucky because all three of these tanks really should rush him. When he's in only on sort of just below 800 hit points, all three of these tanks should actually be rushing. So the T-54 there, just sitting there, he could have come a long time ago, and he could have come around the other side. He knows where his teammate is, he could have come around the other side, but he gets there just as the M103 dies, and now he knows that the Jag Tiger is capping the base, so he knows he has to go for him. He's got a rock here to support him, and the rock at the moment is going to be his best friend. He needs to hug this rock as closely as possible and not let that T-54 get around. However, he does take a shot, but he should just about have this guy on a reload, and he does manage to take care of him for his 4th kill. He's now on 6.1k damage, 2.5 minutes left on the clock with just 1 tank left, and that is the Jag Tiger. Now luckily for him, the Jag Tiger doesn't have a turret. It's quite a slow tank, and if he can get behind it, it is game over. But the Jag Tiger is a very good tank. It's got a very nice gun, and it's, I mean, he's in a situation where you can't really circle him, so he needs to get these shots off. But luckily he is kind of side scraping against this rock. He does get a shot, and again he can now move forward and use this rock again as his best friend until he's reloaded, and then he's going to again try to side scrape. You have to try and side scrape when you're in a situation like that. Don't just come out sideways, because I mean, he was almost full hit points, and he's got these few shots in on the Yag Tiger without taking any shots in return, and he doesn't lose any hit points to this Yag Tiger, and he pulls off a very, very nice Kolobonov and a very nice victory there, ending the game with just over 7k damage, 7,156. He does block 1,600 damage as well, and he gets 5 kills, and in my opinion, a very well deserved mastery badge. But it could have been a lot easier if he would have penned them shots without just sort of quick firing, snapshotting, and just aiming, really. But nevertheless, a fantastic game. Next up, we have a Christo in the Type 71, and again the same rules apply. That the accuracy, the aim time is not the best. You need to hold your nerve, and you need to aim your shots. This time they are up against some good players. He's got some good players in his team, and the tank itself, as I spoke about in the second review, you can play it how you want to play it. You can play it hold down, you can play it with the mediums, and this time he has gone to the bridge here to support his medium tanks. So the E50M is here, the Object 140 is here, and because of these mediums to the left, he can now just get to the side of these guys and pretty much get free damage. But he's not sort of taking any risks. Every time he shoots, he is backing up because he doesn't want to lose any unnecessary hit points to these guys. Does get a nice bounce from that waffle there. He's going to get the shot off on the E50. Again, he's going for the easier targets, bringing them down, and hopefully his team should be able to deal with the E50M. He's a one shot, and unfortunately, well, now he does get taken care of. So it is now a 6 versus 6. He's pushing forward to this waffle. In this kind of situation, when you are against a waffle, still use HE. If you've got the time to aim at the turret, even if they are using the spool liner, just shoot HE because you're still going to do more damage. 455 there, Alpha with that is with the waffle using spool liner, and he does manage to take him out. So it's now a 5 versus 4. Now this is some beautiful track work from his teammate there. Keeps the E75 in place, and because of that track work there, he has been able to get that shot off on that E75. So now he's rushing with the Vickers Light. He is going to go around the corner, get a nice shot there, and the E75, to be honest, does the right thing and ignores the Type 71 to go for that Vickers Light because he was the lower hit point tank. But unfortunately, there's just too many tanks around this side of the map, so the E75 just had no chance, to be honest. And what we're going to see here is perfect teamwork, perfect targeting, and what we're going to see is a couple of tanks are going to start disappearing. There goes the T62A, there goes the Skoda, and now it is just a 2 versus 3. Now with his Vickers Light going around the other side, what he's going to do here, he's going to go for the IS-7. He could have easily gone for that T57, but no, he goes for the IS-7. Why? Because it is the lower hit point tank, and doing that probably just saved this game, probably just saved changed the outcome of this game, because if he would have not gone for the IS-7, instead go for the T57, he would have been shot from the IS-7, and he's only on 440 hit points. He would have probably died. Unless the IS-7 low rolls, he would have probably died. And this is where now it's changed the outcome. Yes, this Yo is quite high, got quite a lot of hit points left, but it's not affecting him. You know, he's holding his nerve. He's not just going to go and try and farm more damage and just go with the loss. He's going to try and come in from a different angle at distance and get the shot off. And now he's spotted. A lot of people would then sort of just go out, or even again just change location. There's still 3.5 minutes left on the clock. There is still a lot of time left. There is no rush. There's still 3 minutes. He's going to reset his camo, and then he's going to go in again for another shot. But just like the first game, he is trying to side scrape here, just in case the Yo is looking at him when he does get spotted. At least you have a chance of bouncing. So there is the Yo. I mean, he's got his ass to him. He gets that nice shot and brings him now down to 1,000 hit points. And again, he's just hiding behind the building and waiting for the reload. He does however, risk that. He does get a nice bounce, but that was very, very risky in coming out sideways. Yes, he's got this bridge here to help him because that means the yo's only got sort of a little section to be able to penetrate. And now what he's going to do is reset his camo and come now in from a different angle. So he could come this way, he could go now left, he could go right. Again, there is still 2.5 minutes left on the clock. There is a load of time, and he knows exactly where this guy is because he's just sitting on the cap. So he's going to come in again. He's going to side scrape up against this building just in case this yo is looking at him. He's already on 7.2k damage, can't quite get there. No problem, just go forward, adjust yourself, and then do it again. And he does just that. Now the yo is a one shot, and unless the yo is using the big gun, he can actually take a shot, and he does take a shot. But just as he took that shot, he reloads and gets the victory. So these guys held their nerve, and because they held their nerve, it ended in a victory for the green team. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.